Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fragrant Bunker. Today we're going to do the top 5 Chanel perfumes for the month of December. 'Tis the year 2024, and I am ready to leave this planet and go on an alien planet where this is how I envision a Chanel December to look like. So check this out. I prompted my AI bubbles to generate this gorgeous landscape. This is not necessarily snow. Could be also water or snow turning into water. And you know how Chanel loves their moon for all of their ad campaigns. So, of course, this is not our planet Earth moon. It's a different moon from a different planet. And there's other moons over there. They're not really stars. There's a ton of moons surrounding this planet. And I just want to go far away and start a new life, start a new system, start all over and leave all of the shite behind on planet Earth because we have made some unfixable mistakes, in my opinion. So now we're at a point where we are on this planet. It's December. We don't know if it's really winter for that planet or not, but we're feeling like we can dress up warm, and we're discovering new paths and new ways of life. It's fabulous, really. So subscribe to my channel before we get to the list of perfumes I took with me on my journey in December to the new planet. Subscribe to my channel, push the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, push the join button to become a member today and gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who already joined. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. There you have it. So you guys, let's see what perfume I took with me on this planet in December. Which Chanel perfume is the first one? And by the way, let's see. I will be posting also links in my shopping tab. I think it's down below on YouTube in case I find good opportunities for, good. I don't know if it's not really easy to find sales on Chanel, but reputable links are important. So, if I find some, I'll post them down below. So if you do buy something through those links, I don't earn anything. You don't spend, let me rephrase that. You don't spend more, but I do earn potentially an affiliate commish. All right. It was about time, Chanel, after all these years, although the links are not directly from Chanel, just FYI. It could be like Macy's, Ulta Beauty, Sephora, stuff like that. Allure by Chanel, the Eau de Toilette. So this is a very interesting perfume that I mostly enjoy in springtime. But this is why I thought, well, I'm going to the alien planet, my escapism, my desire for escapism. And I'm going to take this perfume with me because even though it has a certain spring-like quality to it, when you use it in colder months, it really smells divine. It's fabulous in December. Now, I was toying with the idea, like, if it's December, should I do Allure Sensuelle Eau de Parfum? Because that one has more patchouli in it, it's more warm. And I thought to myself, no, I have enough really warm perfumes for this selection. Let's have one that has this kind of twist about it. It has a cooling effect, but it also has a beautiful warm effect. It's like a pearl. Allure smells like a pearl that's been turned into a lotion, like a body lotion, like a liquefied pearl with a milky, musky accord. And that milky, musky accord has the aldehydes classic of a Chanel perfume, but it's so 90s. Allure was released in the mid-90s. Jacques Polge is the nose behind it, and he really delivered something very, very special for the House of Chanel. It's a perfume that is quintessentially Chanel. They called it Allure for a reason because they wanted to, when they were first advertising for it, they said the allure of Coco Chanel is encapsulated in this perfume. It has that something that you can't grasp because they say that the allure of anything is ungraspable, unpalpable. It's very elusive. It's there, but it evades you, and you're kind of running after it. But the truth of the matter is, you either have it or you don't. That's what Allure is. It's an aura surrounding you. And in my humble opinion, given the times we're living in right now, there's nothing better than to have a nice aura surrounding you. Okay, so everybody around you might be going to hell and acting out of personal, egotistical wants, and they might be mistaking their egotism for survival instinct when in reality they're just all assholes. There's that, but that doesn't mean you have to be that way. Allure elevates you from the masses. It gives you that sense of dignity and makes you kind of unreachable, which, again, this idea that I have of traveling to another planet, it kind of elevates you. It's like a spaceship that takes us to this other planet, and it kind of lifts us off the ground, and we're unburdened by all of the futile trials and tribulations of this petty little planet we are on at the moment. So Allure definitely hits the nail on the head for me this month. The second perfume that I've chose for December is from Chanel, of course, as well. This is the top 5 Chanel perfumes for the month of December. Did I say that at the beginning of my video? Or did I just say top 5 perfumes for the month of December? Well, I meant top 5 Chanel perfumes because I also have a top 5, just top 5 perfumes for the month of December as well. But then I have a specific video that I always dedicate, just to Chanel. My second one would be the following. Egoiste, also by Chanel, the Eau de Toilette concentration, sandalwood, warm, spicy. There's a clovey, civety vibe going in there, cinnamony vibe going on in there, a vanilla vibe going on in there, a lot of woods and spices. This is almost, if you really think about it, Egoiste in a way does smell like a tree that comes from another planet, because it's not like you walk through any given forest just randomly and you get a whiff of what Egoiste smells like. Now, Egoiste used to be called Bois Noir, black woods, or the black forest, or black woods, when it was first released as a limited edition only for Chanel boutiques in the 80s, and then they renamed it to Egoiste and released it worldwide. Now, it's not like a Bois Noir smells of Egoiste. I mean, the perfume Bois Noir smells of Egoiste, but it's not like you're going through the forests, walking through any given forest on planet Earth and thinking, oh, the smell of this forest reminds me of Bois Noir. No, absolutely not. And it's renamed continuation, follow-up, which is Egoiste. Doesn't have any forest or woods name in its title, but it used to have the embossed wooden pattern on the lid. Chanel just a couple of years ago changed their bottle design and made it flat, so there is no more wood texture here, unfortunately, because I really loved the wooden texture. But I think they did that because the current version, now the version that I have, but I don't know if they changed that again, but the version that I have, the lid is actually metal with plastic on the inside. So I think because the lid is metal, they didn't want to do that wood embossing because then the black color might chip. It's not so easy to do. Because prior to the lid being metal with plastic on the inside, the lid was full on plastic. So they actually just, created a mold for the lid with the wood texture, and that's how they created the lids. And they all had that Bois Noir wooden, black wood texture. Now these are metal on the outside, and so they're just flat. Yeah, it's okay. I miss a little bit the wooden texture because that was the only link that still reminded us and connected us to the predecessor of Egoiste, which is Bois Noir. Bois Noir's predecessor is Bois des Îles. Again, another perfume that is foresty. It has woods in its name, but then also islands, isolation, separation, escapism. In other words, escapism. And in fact, we are on this planet where we have escaped planet Earth in the nick of time, might I add, and we are starting anew. So what perfume to take with me other than Egoiste on my journey this December to another planet? I'm ready for another planet. I am so ready to go to another planet and another place. Egoiste hits it on the head for me. If I find a link to this one, shopping link to this one, I will post it in my shopping links down below. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thumb up the video. Number 3. Again, plus it fits so wonderfully in this landscape. This is Gabrielle the Parfum. Now, Gabrielle is a white floral accord. Olivier Polge is the nose behind this one. This is Chanel's latest new released perfume that is not a flanker of a flanker of a flanker of a flanker. And because it's a white floral, usually the other concentrations of Gabrielle, whether it's the eau de parfum, whether it's the essence, whether it's l'eau, they do suit a summery or springy vibe. But the extrait, or also called parfum, which I adore, love it to bits, this one delivers a whole other level of warmth that is so good for December. I'm telling you, this one, it also has that gorgeous crackly golden sticker, like a deep Byzance gold. So beautiful. Very different to the stickers of the other concentrations of Gabrielle. This smells of the best 80s perfumes. This one was not released in the 80s at all. It was released in the 20s, actually, the parfum concentration. 2020s, mind you, not 1920s. Pardon me. This one has such depth to it. Gabrielle Parfum is the quintessential Gabrielle. All the other concentrations, you can love them or hate them. They're lovely, they're not lovely. They have their magic about them, but forget it. This is the one. This is how Gabrielle should have always smelled, especially considering, Chanel's brand marketing team talking about when the first Gabrielle was released, which was the eau de parfum, how it's supposed to represent Gabrielle Chanel before she became Coco Chanel, when she was youthful in her teens and 20s, that free spirit, free spirit fighting, moving on into the world, becoming a woman. All of that is encapsulated for me more in the extrait, because there's so much power and depth in this one. The other's a little bit more superficial, the other concentrations, right? This one feels so well-rounded. The white florals are not just white florals, but they're imbued in amber and musks. They are drenched in musks. The tuberose in here is amazing. The jasmine in here is amazing. The ylang ylang in here is amazing. The aldehydes are not so omnipresent. This is more of a musk, balmy, creamy, dense. It's a dense, creamy vibe. And it is so powerful that it really sends you off to another time. For all of you who really don't want to be here at the moment in 2024, December, this is a really good one to just, in your mind, take you to a place where you feel good, safe, balanced, warm and fluffy on the inside, sophisticated, beautiful, gorgeous, elegant. Man, it's just, it anchors you, in other words. It anchors you to your own essence. It's just very peaceful, but rich and dense. It makes you feel accomplished. I love this perfume so much. And bad news, they are going to make this one an online Chanel exclusive only, so you won't soon be able to find this in Chanel beauty boutiques either. So, but for now, they still have, whatever they produced already, still they have it available. And I will be posting a link as well as one of my shopping links, so be sure to check it out. I do believe I've seen it at Macy's as a link, but if I do find a link, I'll post it down below. So thank you so much. It is pricey, okay, because it's an extrait. It's the Parfum, the most expensive of concentrations, and it's only available as a 35 milliliter. So that's quite big. It's a spray though, not a splash. But mine has lasted me over a year. You don't need a lot, really. You don't need, you can use this one sparingly because it's just the magic it delivers. You don't want to overdose. Otherwise, it's going to lose its potency. You got to use this in special moments when you really need that pick-me-upper to send you off to another world and give you that moment, That's when you use Gabrielle Parfum. So I'll post a link to it down below as well. Thumb up the video if you're having fun, you guys, and subscribe to my channel. Let's get to number 4. My choice for number 4 for December had to be warm, again, following that tradition of December, northern hemisphere for the most part, when the weather is relatively cold. Coromandel, whether it be the discontinued eau de toilette or the currently available eau de parfum, or the currently discontinued as well, but soon to be, I've heard, allegedly, soon to be reintroduced extrait. Coromandel is my choice for December. This is, I have the EDP here. This is a very, very, they're all fingerprint magnets. Why is this? And I polish all my bottles before I start filming, but no, they don't care. The bottles are like, no, we're living our ratchet life. Boy, oh boy, the patchouli and the white chocolate, which basically symbolize Coromandel. That is your base. White chocolate patchouli. It smells of the era when Karl Lagerfeld was at Chanel and he did his Byzance-inspired tweeds, those golden, bronzy-looking, deep bronze, deep gold tweeds mixed with threads of red, brown, beige, and dark bottle green, metallic green, and purples. That type of color and pattern of tweed is what this smells of. And that metallic, typical for Karl, those metallic tweeds, that's Coromandel. Now, I have reviewed all of these fragrances on my channel. They do have their standalone individual videos as well. Coromandel is one of the newer reviews that I've done because I have reviewed the Eau de Toilette and the Extrait years ago, but I've just a couple of months ago reviewed the Eau de Parfum. So go check out the review of the Eau de Parfum. You know what, let me spray a little bit of it just to freshen up. That citrusy bergamot opening with the aldehydes that immediately slaps you with a ton of really, really good quality patchouli. Oh man, it's on another level. There's a smokiness in there as well. Coromandel panels are the inspiration for the name comes from Coco Chanel's Coromandel panels at 31 Rue Cambon in her apartment, which have been photographed a gazillion times. Again, we have this escapism. Those panels are not made in Europe. They were imported from the Orient, from China in particular. And so that was an Oriental touch to Coco Chanel's vision. I mean, she collected items from all over the world. But those Coromandel panels, it's like kind of an intarsia. I mean, they're handmade. Every little bit of usually cherry wood, other woods as well, lacquered by hand, cut out little miniature details to portray landscapes, birds flying in the sky, scenes of life in nature, being one with nature, this idyllic vision of escapism. That's what my video is all about. Coromandel represents that. It sends you off to another place, to another time, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel stable. It's a big help in these times to kind of just bridge you over to the next day, and it makes you feel like you have this colossus of heritage, history, somebody who's been a survivor, somebody who has, I mean, imagine Coco, a woman back in those days when women weren't even allowed to vote in the beginning, and then they got their right to vote. Although in the times we're living in now, women might just lose their right to vote all over again. But we digress. In a time where she was an orphan coming from nothing, no money, no heritage whatsoever. Mother died when she was very young. Father abandoned her in an orphanage. So for a single woman, an orphan woman, to make it in those days in France like she did, that is harder to do than to win the lottery, right? And for those of you who might think, oh, but she was collaborating with Germans. No, she wasn't. All of those rumors and gossip have been debunked. On my main channel, go check out the video that I made on the 5 books to read on Coco Chanel, with a lot of unearthed documents that have been declassified in 2014 and 2016 that prove her innocence. So again, don't believe everything you hear online. Don't believe everything people tell you on social media platforms. Nobody's there for you. They're all in it for themselves. Be careful. Be careful who you choose to give your money to, who you choose to vote for, who you choose to click on as a video, because those same people you're supporting might just be your biggest enemy. Coromandel delivers a sense of heritage and heft and weight that promises, look, I've survived. You can do it too. I've made it. You can do it too. Literally, no other Chanel perfume smells of that heft of heritage. No other Chanel perfume smells of that heft of survival instincts that have, instead of being turned into just animal bestiality, illegality, becoming a thief and a thug. No, instead of turning into that, this sense of instinct enabled this woman, and through this perfume, the inspiration of the smell of this perfume enables us to survive by becoming the best version of ourselves, the most noble version of ourselves. Elegant, mindful of others, respectful of others version of ourselves. Because the sense of that instinct, the sense of preservation and the instinct of preservation really can only work if we unify. Human beings are social creatures. We are born to socialize, not to isolate ourselves. But in order to socialize correctly and build up society, we have to work as a team. Yes, politicians will try to make you believe that there are factions, that you should hate that faction, support that other faction, but they're doing that to separate you in order to weaken you. The more you are separated, the more you are isolated, and the easier it is to control you and to manipulate you. Unity of people is strength. Now, the people who are up there at the top, they don't care. They rule. They want to be isolated so they can control everybody else. I don't care about them. But us, the regular folk, if we isolate and separate, we lose. We die. We need to unite. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance against their manipulations. My 5th perfume for the month, my 5th Chanel perfume for the month of December 2024 is, drum rolls please, of course, Chanel number 5. I do have the extrait and spray form here, and I will post a link to it down below as well if you wish to purchase it. Love this little baby. Of course, the splash bottle is gorgeous as well, but I love my Chanel extrait in the refillable spray bottle, 7.5 ml. Smells of snow, smells of beautiful, beautiful journeys, adventures, rediscovery of oneself. And if they do manage to isolate you, within that isolation, you focus on yourself and you find a way back to your other fellow human beings and friends and family. And you realize that the only strength comes in unity, not separation. If this is a little bit costly for you, I also have, of course, the Eau de Parfum of Chanel number 5, which is the closest concentration to the extrait in terms of smell. Now, the extrait does have the tuberose as well as the Mayflower, not Mayflower, May rose, as well as the jasmines. The extrait has all those 3 flowers harvested from France Grasse. Chanel doesn't have enough of those flowers for their other concentrations. So, of course, Chanel number 5 Eau de Parfum will smell slightly different to the extrait, right? But it's such a masterpiece. And you know what the real beauty is? This one, I mean, all Chanel number 5s really, also the extrait, they are the base, at the end of the day, of every single Chanel perfume. And I've tested it all out. You can layer any Chanel perfume with Chanel number 5. Try it out. You'll see. And especially interesting with the Eau de Parfum, I do have a 200 ml bottle here. I bought a big bottle before the next price increase coming up in January, I've been told. So I'm like, you know what? I love my EDP. Let me get a big bottle before the next price increase because the price is still really good on these, $258 as of now for 200 milliliter. That's 6.8 fluid ounces of the number 5 Eau de Parfum. If you compare the 6.8 fluid ounces of the number 5 Eau de Parfum to the 6.8 fluid ounces of the Les Exclusives, like this one, for example, same quantity. This one's $500. This one's $258. You see what I'm saying here? And Chanel is catching on to what they did. So they're going to lift the price of this one anytime. And better safe than sorry. So the price, in my humble opinion, for this one is still really good for the 200 ml / 6.8 fluid ounces. I will post a link to this one down below. So if you wish to support my channel, you can purchase it through the link, and it's an affiliates link, so you don't pay more. But a part of the money that you would pay anyway for the bottle helps out the channel. Isn't that fabulous? Now, Chanel also did a twist and spray, Chanel number 5, fingerprint magnet here. This is a 7 ml, different from the extrait. Extrait 7.5 ml. This is 7 ml. This has a little lid. This is a twist and spray. So this one comes with 3 of these little vials that are exchangeable. And Chanel has made this year a cute version of the 7 ml twist and spray L'Eau and Eau de Parfum with a cage at the bottom and a little chain hanging on the side that you can use as a bag charm. So I'll post a link to that as well. That's a limited edition, though. That's not going to be available for a long period of time. It's going to be available for a short period of time. They've also done for the 100 ml Chanel number 5 Eau de Parfum, so it's half the size of this bottle. They've done that little silk top that looks like snow. They've covered the top of the lid with white silk, and then the top of the bottle, like from here to here, with white silk. So that's a limited edition bottle as well. For this year, I might do a special review just on that bottle coming soon. So, look forward to that. But I'll post a link to all of them down below. So If you wish to purchase them, I got you covered. So that's the 5 escapist fragrances for me from Chanel for December of 2024. We are traveling towards a new time. It's the dawn of a new era. Let's make the best of it. Let me know your favorite Chanels for the month of December. Thumb up this video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe, and until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Bye.